So, struggle shouldn't be your only source of motivation. You shouldn't have to hit rock bottom in order to find the motivation to get up and find your success. Sadly, it seems that we often push ourselves to that, but I want to talk about why and how we should kind of get ourselves out of that mindset so that we don't have to keep seeking out sources of pain in order to find our pleasures. Hey, it's Christy and I'm back with another video. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. If you are a returning subscriber or watching, hey girl, you are appreciated and I am so glad to see you here again, as always. And so this has been on my heart for a minute, and the message has come to me in so many iterations that I have literally just fucked it up, and I'm just like, let's just speak from the heart. And I'm speaking from experience. Personally, I have not descended from struggle. A lot of the struggles and positions I found myself in that were less than favorable or savory or good were of my own doing. You know, sometimes the devil or the villain in your story is you. A lot of us lack the self-awareness to see that as it's happening. But as a person who's already been there, I'm telling you right now, sometimes the devil or the villain in your story is you. Sometimes you is the devil. The proverbial devil that's trying to take you down, or who the devil been busy. The devil is out to get you. Yeah, it's you starring as the devil in your story. And I know that seems crazy, but trust me, a lot of times, because we are so busy focused on trying to do things our way instead of leaning on God and having faith that God will handle this, that we try to handle these things ourselves and end up quite literally making things worse. Quite literally forcing ourselves to go through things, struggles, pitfalls, downfalls, low points, because we don't want to wait on God. We don't want to be still. We don't want to listen, and we don't want to lean in on our faith. We think we have all the answers. We think we know what we're talking about. We get really wrapped up in the external of our life instead of focusing on the internal. Your internal is actually the source of your external. So whatever turmoil you are feeling on the inside or you're going through, it will reflect in the everyday of your life. The external things, the things that you are not in control of, and that thing will consume you. It will take you down. And we think this becomes a normal part of life, like, oh, it's just normal to go through those struggles and go through things, and you know, every time you're trying to do well, the devil is trying to take you down. But it's not. And a lot of times I think even the tests that come to us are not actually things of outside forces. They're a test to our internal strength. Do you want this? This is what you said you wanted. This is the way to get it. This is the way to do it. You have the information. But it's really a test of whether you're going to backslide into the person that you used to be. You say you changed. Well, let's see if you did. Let's see if you're wrong. Let's see if you have enough faith to believe that you don't have to keep doing that same thing. You don't have to put yourself back into struggle in order to get the reward. You don't have to do that. And I'm saying this to myself too, because I still have to remind myself daily that you don't have to go through this to get to that. And I think it's taken me a little bit longer to find certain levels of success. Or let me not say that, because I have found certain levels of success multiple times. But because I didn't understand this, then I have to repeat the cycle over and over again. Does that sound familiar? You don't have to, but if it sounds familiar, maybe not you or your friend or your cousin, if this sounds familiar, just put that down in the comments. Let me know. Yeah, girl, that sounds familiar. Let me know. Because sometimes we all end up on those cycles where we're just round and round. You get the thing, as soon as you got it, as soon as it's gone. And I think too, in our society, we normalize the concept of feeling happiness or pleasure or success with needing to fail over and over again, or needing to feel pain, or needing to feel hurt, or needing to hit the valley before we can hit the hill. And sometimes you do. And sometimes those are things that happens to you. But really, some of the stuff you don't really have to go through. There are things that happen in life that you have to go through. You lose life, you get sick, you lose people close to you, accidents happen, stuff like that happens. But a lot of the internal struggles genuinely come from within. And I want you to kind of just take some time thinking about some of the things that you have been through in the last couple of months, or the last couple of years, the last couple of days even. And really think about what those things were, how they affected your life, how you got into some of those situations, and what, if any, part did you play in how you got there. And this is not a victim blaming mentality, because I'm talking about your life in totality as a whole. Because I noticed that a lot of times when the good things happen to us, we don't have a problem taking credit for the good that we've accomplished, for the good things that we've done. But when it comes to the bad things, we tend to want to blame that on someone else every single time. Pretty much. And I just want us to challenge that way of thinking a little bit. Just challenge it a little bit. Just open your mind to think, how could I have played a part in some of these things that's happened to me? And not even all of them, because again, some things are just out of your control. But also start to think about, if this happens again, how can I come out better on the other side? How can I handle this differently? How can I handle this more efficiently? How can I handle this better? And I think you'll be surprised at how much easier things can get for you. And I think I'll leave it at that. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful or insightful, please give it a thumbs up. And be sure to share with a friend, family member, cousin, who you feel like, yeah, I think this might resonate with them too. And then go ahead and subscribe so you can stay in the know for when I post more content like this, exploring the perils of Black womanhood and designing what that looks like for all of us individually. So that's gonna be it. Until next video. Bye.